So this next story made me laugh quite a bit. This is in The Hill. They say, a group of Catholic priests in Poland have reportedly burned books they deem sacrilegious, including those from the popular Harry Potter series. The BBC reports that an evangelical group called SMS From Heaven Foundation posted pictures on its Facebook page showing Harry Potter books atop a burning fire pit, along with an elephant figure and a tribal mask. A caption in Polish quotes scripture from the Bible and says, "We obey the word." Many of those who had practiced magic collected their books and burned them in front of everyone. So they calculated their value and found it to be 50,000 pieces of silver, reads the caption from the Book of Acts posted by the group. Another excerpt from the Book of Deuteronomy reads, "Burn the images of their gods, don't desire the silver or the gold that is on them, and take it for yourself, or you will be trapped by it. That is detestable to the Lord your God." When a religious group starts burning books, and particular works of fiction, you know why they do it, right? And we know this because Pat Robertson has made this abundantly clear, and we've discussed this in the context of his show throughout the course of Secular Talk. They feel threatened. They feel threatened by the existence and the popularity of a book like Harry Potter. And they think that they can't sell their voodoo magic to people if they scratch their voodoo magic itch from the likes of a book like Harry Potter. And I find that so embarrassing because it shows how deeply, deeply insecure these folks are in their beliefs. I mean, if you really thought like your ideology was nailing it, you wouldn't have to burn books from other ideologies, or in this case, not even an ideology. It's just a work of fiction. You know what Pat Robertson did this with? Dungeons and Dragons. He would rail against the game Dungeons and Dragons. He thought it turned people onto witchcraft or whatever. It shows that they have no confidence in their ideology. Or else, again, you wouldn't have to burn works of fiction because you think it's competition to your nonsense. So what I would say is to everybody who's part of this group, do you not understand that this is really embarrassing? And I was raised Catholic, and I know many Catholics, but do you not understand that even they would look at you and be like, you're embarrassing. Like, this is cultish activity, what you're doing here. You know who else burned books historically? Dictatorships. Dictatorships who wanted to, like, cleanse the cultural palette and rebuild it from scratch in the image of what they wanted to portray, which is usually how awesome and wonderful the regime is. This is the equivalent of that, but doing it for an ancient religion and a cult, basically. We're not going to let you indulge in, like, works of fiction that are magical because we want to teach you about Jesus's magic and walking on water and, turning water into wine and all that stuff. I can't, it's hard to fathom people basing their lives on things that in today's day and age we know are obvious myths. I have nothing against people who are religious, but they're just modern religious, secular religious. The idea you ask them and they almost treat their religion like a nationality in a way. Like if somebody asks me, hey, where are you from? Oh, I'm an American. Like I'm an American. I'm a New Yorker and I'm an American. Like that's just a factual description of what is. So when you talk to people, who are religious, and we've all met these kinds of people, oh yeah, I'm Catholic or whatever. I'm Christian, I'm Jewish, I'm Muslim, and what they're saying really is I'm from a family that is that, and I guess I partake in the traditions of that, but I don't there's no like actually like, oh, I bet Jesus really walked on water and is the Son of God or whatever the case is. It's just kind of like a simple description in the same way you would describe your ethnicity or your nationality or whatever. This is so far above and beyond that and so different that it's kind of scary that that's on the same planet. Where you're at the point where you're so gung-ho about your religion that you're like, I will burn books that are not my book. My book is the best book. The wonderful book says I should burn all other books. I'm not weird, and this is totally modern. And if you disagree with me doing this, you're a bigot. What? No, I'm allowed to call out you abiding by silly myths and call it what it is, which is you're abiding by silly myths. So let's stop pretending like we can't do that. We can do that. And in today's day and age, we should do that. Because it's time to evolve past this stuff. Burning Harry Potter books is a bad look. You look silly, and it's obvious you view it as competition.